Ooh. Ah.
In my office!
Sucker Punch Productions co-founder Bruce Oberg, with a couple of guys carrying a large television, stopped by Zadzooks headquarters to talk about Sony's upcoming third-person action game, InFamous. Mr. Oberg's studio developed the game that arrives in about a month, exclusively for the PlayStation 3. So, Bruce, who is this Cole guy, and why do we care?
What is it like to become a superhero? Like if you're like Cole's a regular guy, has a regular job. He's a bicycle messenger. And what if something happened and you got powers? And that's what happens to Cole. And so we've been compared with other games. Like, oh, is Cole a Jedi? No. I mean, we didn't even think about that. We thought, what's it like to get superpowers? We tried a bunch of different superpowers at the beginning, and electricity pretty quickly became our favorite. And so all of Cole's powers are all rooted in electricity. Part of that is that he's in this kind of really great urban environment, and everything in a city is either electrified or electrifiable. Cole can control things, but also draw power from the system in the city. So our whole basis was actually, what's it like to become a superhero? Electricity was the superpower, and that kind of fed into everything else we did in the gameplay. The karma system was also something that we knew pretty early we wanted to do, that Cole can do things either in a heroic way or maybe in a not so heroic way. And that really adds a tremendous amount of variety and interesting choices and realistic choices to the gameplay.
What about the InFamous technology? Pretty cool, huh?
Created a lot of interesting technology to make it fun to play. First of all, it's an open world game. It's our first open world game. There's no loading screens. This Empire City is this huge city, and you can walk everywhere at any time, which means you actually have to work on technology to load in parts of the world as the player kind of goes through them. Not many games do it. Very few do it well. We're really happy with the results. You can go everywhere, climb everywhere. The entire city is climbable. It's this urban exploration climbing environment where if you see a building and it looks like you can climb on it, you probably can, because we had a team of people, in addition to the artists making the buildings, we had a team of kind of climbing riggers who were just making sure that everything in the world could be grabbed and Cole could climb on top of them and over them. So no matter where you go in the city, you can always climb on top of a building, maybe get a better vantage point on the bad guys. It's super, super cool. You can really just go anywhere you want in the entire city.
So what's your favorite part of the game?
Electricity powers, as we've got, the powers that Cole has are super, super cool. They work great in this city that we've built that's very electrified. You're using lightning and shock grenades and shock waves as your powers during the game. And in the city, it gives you lots of really great visuals. The game looks totally awesome. And so I was really happy the way that electricity, by both being fun to play, is also really, really beautiful and has given us lots of really beautiful stuff.
Wow, those are some slick cut scenes behind you, Bruce. Looks like an animated comic book, eh?
We did this in the Sly Cooper series, and we really wanted to kind of harken back to the comic book origins. That we're telling a superhero story, and there's a lot of great comic books that have been out in the last 20 years that have dealt with both kind of heroes and anti-heroes. There's been a lot of really cool stuff like DMZ or, say, Shooting War or Channel Zero, some really great stuff. So a lot of the story cutscenes, as you can see here, are told in this kind of 2D comic style that our art staff had a really, really great time with. They're not completely flat. There's some 3D stuff going in there. And we really, really like the way this looks and the way it feels and the way it kind of advances the story during the game. You get these scenes sometimes in the middle of the mission, sometimes before or after a particular choice point you're making. The hero Cole is basically just beginning to learn about his electrical powers. We're learning a little bit about his friends, Zeke and his girlfriend Trish. He's starting to control it, and this particular cutscene is right about near the very beginning of the game when the player is just starting.
Rated T for teen, and that's really cool. InFamous is available this May 26th for the PS3. That's all for this episode of Zadzooks Video Game Minute. Thanks for watching and playing. I'm Joseph Zadkowski. Yeah!